Today, I would like to focus my presentation on teachers. And this is because of a great man that I was personally inspired by. A man who goes by the name Dr. Myles Munroe. Dr. Myles Munroe was a thought leader, a writer and speaker that was born on April 20th, 1954 in Nassau, Bahamas. He was also a painter, a musician, an author, a songwriter, a producer, a painter, a sculptor, and most importantly, he was a teacher. Dr. Myles has been one of the most influential representations in my life. And that is why I decided to highlight who he was, not only through my speech, but also through my writing. Today, I've prepared two bodies of work that I would like to read to you. The first one will be a story, while the other will be a writing that expresses the importance of teachers like Dr. Myles. Now, without further ado, let's jump into the story. But before we do so, I need some energy from you all. And so I'll ask a question and would love a response. My question is, are you ready?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. You can do better than that. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay. Much better. You're going to try that one more time. Are we ready?
Yes.
All right. I think we can move on now. Once upon a time, there was a powerful king that ruled an invisible territory. And one day, he decided that he wanted to expand his kingdom. And so he created a physical and visible ecosystem. After the creation, he saw that it was full of darkness. And suddenly, a dome-shaped muscle contracted, and energy in form of an invisible mixture of gases started a journey from a pair of pyramid-shaped organs. Then the pressure from the flow making its way through two muscle tissues created a vibration which prompted a sound wave, formulating the utterance of these words: "Let there be light." I got you. I got you. As I took you through the journey of this story, I'm sure that you were on the edge. I'm sure I had you wondering, where is he going with this? I influenced the creation of what we call anticipation, with the intention to hold your attention. I am a teacher. And I say that not because I had the opportunity to be in front of you today, but instead, I say that because I am a master of the art of storytelling. And before I leave this stage today, you will understand that you are as well. Right now, I'll be taking you through another journey. Through a writing, or should I say an expression of mine, that I wrote sometime, somewhere, in silence, in solitude, and total peace of mind. And I read: living life with no role model or mentor is like a child with no mother or father figure. It's like a basketball or football player with no coach. It is like a boxer with no trainer. You can still make it to your destination, but it will be a long ride. There's nothing new under the sun. Someone has made the mistakes that you're currently making. Someone has finished the race that you just started. Someone has concluded the journey that you just began to embark on. And someone has failed more times than you have even tried. There are a lot of wise people around you that you never learn from because you never take the time to. These people are literally walking libraries, but you never stop by to take a page out of their chapters. Whether good or bad, we all learn from each other one way or another. And we are all picking up something from each other through our art of storytelling. And now you may say, I never told a story, but I beg to differ. In fact, I would go as far as to say that you are a natural born artist, representation, and teacher. And I'll tell you why. It is simply because at every moment in our lives, we are all telling a story. You are telling us a story by being here today. And that story is that you cared enough about something or someone, and you needed to demonstrate your care by being here at this present moment. You are telling us a story every time that we see you. And that story is that you had enough courage to get up and face the possible storms of the day. You are telling us a story when you smile. And that story is that joy flows through your heart. You are telling us a story when you hurt someone. And that story is that you are hurt. You are telling us a story when you love. And that story is that you are loved. And now you see that you have been a representation for us from the start. Now you see that you have always understood art. And so I ask, what kind of art have you been creating? And what kind of stories have you been telling? Though I do not undermine anyone's experience, we do need to be mindful of our representation and ensure that our communication to the world is done with the intent to represent the right things for one another through our art of storytelling. As I conclude, I would like to make it clear that this message is not just about why representation matters, but instead, it is about right representation. And it's evident that we're having this conversation because there's a need for change. And not just in the world of art, but in the world as a whole. The question then becomes, how do we change the world? We change the world by changing the people in the world. And we change the people in it by starting with the person in the mirror. No, I'm not asking you to be perfect. All I'm asking for you to do is try. And try with the understanding that you are the representation that we need. The world is waiting on you to tell us the right stories. Don't keep us waiting any longer. Thank you.